Namaste. This is Dakota, and this will be a gentle beginner yoga session. Just a couple minutes. Great practice for the morning, seniors, beginners. And make sure you have some props near you. You just use a folded blanket, a cushion, or a pillow. So we'll begin by sitting on the pillow to alleviate the hips and bring the hips just a little bit more forward, a little higher than the knees, and you can sit crossed in a Sukhasana, easy seated pose, or maybe extend the legs out. And just tapping into the breath, sitting up nice and tall, with the crown of the head extended up towards the ceiling, the chin tucked slightly, and the shoulders rolled back. The hands resting, either palms facing down on the knees for grounding, or the palms facing up for receiving. Feeling the natural rise and fall of the breath. Become an observer of the breath, and just notice. Attempt to deepen the breath, inhaling through the nose for a little bit longer and exhaling a little bit longer through the nose. You can even bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the chest, and just check in with those nice big belly breaths. Notice if the breath is moving down towards the belly first and then rising up into the lungs and chest. And then as you exhale, the chest lowers down first, the lungs deflate, and then the belly sinks in towards the spine. Another belly breath. The belly moves out first, and the chest opens. And the breath moves in up towards the collarbones. And exhale, the chest lowers, and the belly sinks down. Stay with the breath for just a couple more moments. You're welcome to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe just a positive word, something that you're working with today, or just a sense of peace and tranquility. Just choose something and then let it go. And watch as the breath carries it away, along with all your worries. Letting any stress go. With the next exhale, lowering the right hand down to the mat, lifting the right hand up, lifting the left hand up towards the sky. And inhale. If it's safe for your neck, you can look up towards that left hand, bending the right elbow. And reaching over towards the side, opening up the side body. Staying with the breath here. On the next exhale, open up the chest, open up the heart, take the shoulder blade towards the back. And breathe into the heart space. The next exhale, lowering the left hand down and lifting the right hand up towards the sky, resting it by your ear. Drawing the shoulder away from the ear. Looking up or looking down. Soft bend in the elbows. And stretching through the side body. Next inhale, broaden through the shoulders, open up the heart. Turn a little bit towards the ceiling. And breathe into the heart space. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lowering both hands down to the mat, walking the fingertips out towards the side until you feel the stretch through the forearms, and down through the shoulders. Lowering the chin down towards the chest, feeling the stretch through all the inside of the arm and down the back of the neck, opening up the top of the back. Exhale, lifting the chest and lifting the head, bringing the hands back to the knees, taking a couple torso circles around, just moving, opening up the hips, moving first in one direction. You can choose the pace, choosing your own mobility, seeing what works for you today, and honoring your body and how it moves. And the circles don't have to be big, they don't have to be small. And exhale. You can switch out the legs. Uncross and then recross. Maybe put that other foot forward now. And then take the opposite direction of torso circles. You can choose to activate your spine in this by lengthening as you come forward and rounding as you go around the back. You don't have to, it's always an option. And 3 more deep breaths. Making the circles slower and smaller as you come towards the center of your body. And let your body Remain still in the center for just a moment, tapping into the energy that we created at the base of the spine. Inhale, swoop the arms up towards the sky. Create more length in the torso. Rising up with a neutral spine. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, extending the arms further up. Drawing the belly in towards the spine. Next, exhale. The arms come out in front of you with the palms facing forward. Take the left palm and press it in towards the right palm, like so. With the inhale, round the back, dip the chin down and press the hands forward, pressing into the wrist. Forearm stretch. And if the shoulders are tempted to come up by the ears, just relax them down. The next inhale, lengthen the back and rise up through the arms. And take a small back bend, opening the chest. And exhale, rounding the back, dip the chin down. Pressing the arms forward, opening up through the shoulder blades. Feeling the shoulder blades move further apart. And inhale, rising up, pressing the shoulder blades together for a back bend. Exhale, rounding, press forward. Inhale, coming up, little back bend. Exhale, rounding, and pressing forward. Inhale, lifting up. One more time, rounding the back, coming forward. Lifting up, inhaling. Exhale, round the back. Let the hands go. Bring them down to the knees. Rising up, roll the shoulders back. And inhale, swoop the arms up towards the sky again. And exhale, twisting open towards the left side. Let the hands come down wherever they may come down to. Careful not to strain the neck. You can choose to move the eyes over towards the back of the room, but keep the head and neck in alignment. Twisting more with the torso than the neck. With each exhale, choosing to twist a little bit deeper if that feels good. One more breath here. Exhale, rising the arms back up, extending through the torso. And exhale, bring them down, palms facing each other this time. The other hand pressing in towards the wrist. Find that forearm stretch. And exhale, dip the chin down, round the back. Pressing the shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, rising up, lifting the chest, arcing the back. Exhale, round down. Press the arms forward. Pressing the palms in towards each other to get more of a wrist stretch. Inhale, rising up, slight back bend. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding down, drawing the shoulder blades apart, and breathing into this back space. Next, inhale, lifting up, slight back bend, pulling the chest and heart forward, shining, smiling, and rounding down. Exhale. Remember to be mindful of the shoulders. If they come up by the ears, just lowering them back down. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, coming forward and up. And one more time. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, coming forward, slight back bend. Exhale, rounding down, dip the chin down. And exhale, release the hands back down to the knees. Lifting the head back up, lifting the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, opening up towards the right side. Let the hands come down wherever they may come down to. And be mindful of the neck. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, twist deeper through the torso, not the neck. One more relaxing breath. And inhale, swoop the arms up towards the sky. Come back around forward and lower the hands down. And if you have a prop underneath your bottom, just shift it out as you shift the knees over to one side, coming into a tabletop position. And keep your prop near you. You can grab your blanket for this one. You can keep a blanket underneath the knees. Or personally, I like to put the blanket underneath the knee creases. As we sit back onto our knees, if we can get there, maybe you put the pillow back there, that's totally fine. But you might want a pillow in front of you as we fold forward. So inhale for 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling for 2 breaths. Just sitting on the knees. Waking up the backs of those feet. And finding neutral spine. The crown of the head is extended towards the ceiling. Round the shoulders back. And take the fingers and interlace them behind you. Inhale and exhale, coming forward, lowering down with control, coming down all the way, adjusting your prop. So for this one, you can bring your forehead down to the pillow or blanket, or maybe you turn a cheek to the mat, and then maybe to the other side, so it's evened out. And just stay here, this forearm and shoulder stretch, breathing into the back of the ribs. One more deep conscious inhale wherever you might be. And then uncross the hands, lowering them down with the palms facing towards the sky. Just let the top half of your body, the chest, sink down into the mat, into the earth. You can move the props aside and shift back into a tabletop position. Take your time. Once you get there, maybe you want to shift around the hip space, move around the torso. Just listening to what your body needs today. And the hands are below the shoulders, the knees below the hips, neutral spine. And feel the belly pressing towards the center of the spine, activating our Manipura or solar plexus, engaging the core. And stay here in your tabletop, fully activated and engaged, switching on those muscles. Connecting back to the breath. The next exhale, extend the right leg past you. And stretching through the calf. The toes are tucked. And pressing the heel back towards. And breathing through. Focus on extending the entire leg from the hip spaces down to the heel. And the core is still activated. Those arms are still activated. The palms and the knuckles, the fingertips are all pressing down into the earth, into the mat. The next inhale. Shifting the leg over towards the left side. As you feel the slight difference in the side stretch of the body. One more deep breath. Exhale. Bring that foot back behind you. Draw it back in, tabletop, and shake around the hip spaces. The next inhale, the left leg comes out right behind you, pressing the heel towards the back of the room. Activating the whole entire leg, the calf, the thigh, all the way up to the hip. Really activating those muscles, switching them on. Next inhale, shifting the left leg over towards the right side and pressing through. And for this one, maybe you choose to look towards that back leg. Exhale, bring the head back to center, bring the leg back to center and draw it in. Rock around the hip spaces. Shift back, bring the big toes to touch, take the knees out towards the side, and draw the hips back. Walk the hands out, extending them further as you draw the chest down. And see if you can't walk your hands further out, extending the entire back. And breathe into this opening of the back, the rib cage, back of the lungs. The opening of the shoulders. Take one more deep breath here. And keep the hands where they are. Spread through the fingers. Press into the knuckles of the fingers and the fingertips. Keep that extension in the back in the hands. As you shift the hips forward, keep the hands where they are. They're a little bit out in front, so it's not where they are in tabletop. More out in front. Engaging the hands. Tuck the back toes, bring the knees in a little bit, and shift the hips up towards the sky, staying in an inverted V shape, drawing the tailbone up towards the sky a little bit more, pressing the chest towards those knees. Now the heels don't have to touch the floor. It is a very good stretch for walking the dog. So just paddling out the feet, heel to toe, bending the knees. And just creating some movement. And don't forget, always breathe throughout all the postures. Exhale, walking the feet up towards the hands at the front of your mat. And stay here in a nice forward fold. And holding on to opposite elbows, swaying back and forth. Find a nice bend in the knees. And bend the knees even more. Lower the chest down to rest on the tops of your thighs. Draw the shoulder blades back. Find extension through the back as you lengthen. Inhale, the arms come up by your ears. Starting to lift the torso a little bit more. The bottom sinks back as if sitting in a chair. The knees still bent. Lifting up a little bit more, inch by inch. And the shoulders away from the ears. Utkatasana. Chair pose. One more deep breath. And inhale, rising all the way up and lowering the hands down. And stay in Tadasana, mountain pose, grounding down through the soles of your feet, spreading out through the toes, the palms facing forward, the head facing forward, engaging through the core and center. Take a moment to connect back to your intention at the beginning. Connect back to this breath. Inhale, let the arms rise up towards the sky. Take a slight back bend. Exhale, lean forward. Bend the knees. Inhale. Halfway lift, create some space. Flat back the shoulder blades, press down towards the back. And exhale, fold all the way down, bend the knees. Inhale, rising all the way up again. Slight back bend. Same thing, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rising all the way back up. Slight back bend, exhale, coming all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, drawing everything back up. Slight back bend, everything back down, forward fold. And this time, pressing the palms in towards the mat and taking the feet back down. Lowering down slowly and shifting onto one side. Bring the feet out in front of you. Extending through the legs. And grab your props again. A blanket underneath the knees. A pillow underneath the hips. And flexing the feet, sitting up nice and straight. Rolling the shoulders back, the crown of the head's extended towards the ceiling. And staff pose, Dandasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Find some more length in the spine. And coming forward with the heart first. Making sure the tailbone is still grounding down into the prop or into the mat. The heart comes forward. The spine stays long. And just simply let the arms come down without reaching. And just stay in this activated fold. As the spine stays long, the neck and the shoulders can relax. The next exhale, let the spine naturally round, come down a little bit more. Drop the chin down and inhale. Draw the hands closer up. Draw the whole body up. Roll the shoulders down. And inhale. Shift any props out of the way. Bring the legs back in. And then bring the soles of the feet to touch. The knees come out wide. And you can place any blocks, pillows, blankets underneath the knees if they come up. Lengthen through the spine. You can flutter around this butterfly pose, finding some mobility in the hips. And exhale and come forward into a forward fold. Again, drawing the tailbone down towards the earth as you come forward. Opening up the hips and drawing the soles of the feet in towards the groin. And walking the hands down with each breath. Maybe you come deeper into the fold. let the neck relax. One more deep breath here. Slowly starting to walk the fingertips and the hands back up. Coming into a neutral, tall spine. Draw the feet together and shift them over to one side. Sitting up nice and tall. And closing your practice, bringing the hands and the palms together by the heart. Tap back into that breath. Hopefully you stayed with the breath throughout your whole practice. Find a couple things to be grateful for today. Some blessings and abundance in your life. And take another moment to let feelings of joy and gratitude fill up your entire being. And thank yourself for choosing to practice today and honoring your body. And let a gentle smile come across your face. Thank you.